Alright guys, welcome to this video on presentations. I've got a couple of tools I'd like to show off that I think are going to help you. So the first one is called Tome, and we can find it just go on Tome AI. Link will be in the description for you guys, but just click on here. This is one of the better tools that I have found for building presentations using artificial intelligence. So just go up here to create a presentation about, and they also have other options. Create a page about, add an AI image tile for a presentation you already have, and also a document to presentation if you have one that already exists. I've got one loaded up here that I did create already, and the phrase I used to create this was build a presentation about how to create a pitch deck for your business. And that's all the input on my side that I included. And this is, let's go over the results and what it gave back to us. So this is the first page. Pitch Perfect, crafting an advertising deck that sells. You can see it made a pretty catchy little title, Pitch Perfect. And now we've got a little overview, second slide, of what the presentation entails. And the cool thing about Tome is it actually uses a AI image generator as well. You can obviously see that the letters here aren't perfect. We've got some glitches. So the cool thing is, if we don't like this image, we can simply just delete it and then go down here, image, add an AI image tile. So this is the introduction to a pitch deck. We could say business owner pointing to whiteboard. Hit enter. It's going to generate that image. As you can see, this is not the best image generator that has ever been released. So what we can do is add a comma and say cartoon style, since it's not the best with human faces. And there we go. We've got some more images that make a bit more sense and are a little cleaner, but still aren't perfect. However, if you test this and mess around with it, you'll get an image that works. So moving on to our fourth slide, know your audience. Before you start putting together your pitch deck, it's important to know who you're pitching to. It's cool because this is very relevant and pretty precise information. I mean, it's a good tip to have. However, it is a bit copy heavy, this tool in particular. As you can see, structuring your pitch deck, it's got good information, but it would be hard to not read off of a presentation like this because of how many words it's included. Nonetheless, you've got a great starting point now for a presentation and an idea that you had, and now you can go in and just revise and make it your own. So let's quickly go over the rest of it. Designing your pitch deck, practicing your delivery. Once you've created your pitch deck, it's time to practice your delivery. And then boom, a conclusion. Creating a pitch deck can be challenging, but a rewarding process. With the right approach and some careful planning, etc., etc. Pretty good, pretty solid, right? This one's called Tome. Now let's go over one I think is a little bit better, and I'll explain why. This one's called Gamma. So I've got it loaded up here, and I made the same input, create a presentation about building a pitch deck for your business. And it's right here. We'll go over how to make one with this tool, but how to build a pitch deck for your business. We'll click into it. Now you can see off the bat, we've got a lot less words, right? It's a bit more simple. You're going to be able to glance at your presentation, get an idea of what slide you're on, and then talk about it rather than having to rely on the words and overwhelming your audience with a paragraph per slide, right? But the information is still pretty good. And as you can see, the difference with Gamma is the images that it grabs actually aren't AI generated. These are all from the internet. So if you click into one, you can select the source that you'd like your image to come from. And then you just click in here, unique, and now you can go and select the one that you'd like to use. So that's the one difference off the bat, is Gamma, as of right now, does not have AI image generation, but nonetheless you can go grab AI images and put them into your presentation. Not a huge deal, but quickly going through this. Welcome. In this presentation, we'll learn how to create a compelling pitch deck. We've got an intro, the definition of a pitch deck, the purpose of one, and the importance of one. Key components. Now, if you'll notice, our first tool, going back and looking, is really just copy image, copy image, copy image, right? And it's a lot of copy. Here, the cool thing about this tool is it's not so hard set on the template of copy image. We've got one that is copy image here. Moving down to the next one, it's a bit of change in terms of the look, which helps with that retention, not boring your audience if you're presenting this. And then we've got a timeline or a graph, whatever you want to call this, of the information. So it's laid out a bit differently, which is going to help with presenting it, making it more entertaining. And then again, another format, right? Now we've got 4 images, but it also ties into the information. Tips for creating compelling pitch deck. Unique, simple, tell a story, and show passion. Now, let's go over some features on this tool. Down here, if you notice that there's some information missing, you can click this little astronaut icon, add a card with AI. So I'm saying add an about me card and allow space for me to input some details. It says, sure, I'll start writing the new card. So now what I did was selected this, just went down here to the chatbot, and then I said, now change this, add spaces that are relevant for people to get to know me. We can change it again and say restructure this into key bullet points. And it's going to take some time and then feed us back the answer. Boom, there we go. Name, years of experience, skills, achievements, hobbies, whatever. And for some reason, it was adding more about me. But that's the really cool thing about this tool is we can go in now and have AI reiterate the presentation. You can even click into these images. And now, while they are not AI generated, swap out the accent images if you want a different look. Or go down here and select the source. So this is pretty cool because you can get AI to generate a pitch deck for you and then go in and revise it within the actual platform itself. Whereas with the tool Tome, I'm trying to revise some of the copy, but as of right now, it is only letting me create an entire page and it's in that same format, right? So with the AI editor on Gamma, you have a bit more freedom in terms of restructuring the actual presentation and adding it and changing actual slides instead of creating completely new slides. And there are so many options here. We've got visual templates, adding images, embedding videos, lots of things to mess around with for building your presentation. And so this tool is very intuitive, right? New with AI, you just go down here, provide a topic. Let's say we want to make a presentation or a document, and we want to have, let's use one of their suggestions, new customer onboarding for email us. That's a business name that I just made up. Now the cool thing is, instead of it just creating it off the bat and then you having to go in and edit, it gives you a chance before it fully completes that for you to go in and either take stuff out or change, right? So we've got the intro to the onboarding process, the benefits of completing onboarding. Maybe we want to add a slide on why you should onboard. I don't know, right? Just an example slide. But we can go in there and it'll take that and then create a slide based on what we input or take out. Or we can have it try again completely and give it a new outline. So once we hit continue from there, we'll be able to choose the style and branding that we like. And they've got a pretty decent amount to choose from. You can see the example here on the left once I change them. So let's just pick this one. This one looks pretty nice. And we're going to go continue. This is the part where it's going to load up all the things that it's creating. And it takes about a minute or two. But once done, we'll be able to go in and edit things. All right, and just like that, we've got a document for completing onboarding for our fake made-up company called Email Us, or US, right? So the benefits of completing an onboarding: efficient email management. So it took the name that I inputted and guessed that it was about emails. Advanced features, improved collaboration, better organization, why you should onboarding. You'll be able to take advantage of our robust email management system, which can help you stay organized, save time, and manage your emails with ease. Account setup. So we can go in here, right? Change this text to say something about joining our Slack channel or something like that, right? And we've got a revised body of text saying to get started, you'll need to join our Slack channel. And you can get creative and change the inputs to suit your needs. But now we've gone from having an idea of what we wanted to create And in a matter of minutes, we've got an entire presentation or document. And I like this tool because of the different formats you can implement into your presentation or documents. As you can see, we have a chart here, and we've got 2 different boxes instead of it just looking the same every slide, which I think is pretty cool. So now let's talk about taking these presentations and making them even better using ChatGPT. And for this example, I'm going to use our first presentation, which is about building a pitch deck. So I've already primed the conversation, but we'll run through it real quick and we'll discuss what I talked about. I said I'm going to feed you a presentation and we're going to analyze each slide. For some context, my presentation is how to build a pitch deck for your business. There are 6 slides total. Respond with nothing except okay if you understand. And then I just took each slide and entered them in. Slide 1, this is what it has, and then respond with okay. Slide 2, here's what we got. Then 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I just took the text that was in each slide and just entered it into ChatGPT. Then I said, now that you know what my presentation looks like, let's take it one slide at a time and discuss how effective each slide is and how it fits together in the presentation as a whole. Sure, let's go through each one, and then it's discussing how it thinks the slide presents the information and how it's laid out all together. Slide 1 does a great job setting the stage, states the topic clearly, and promises value to the audience by showing them how to create a compelling pitch deck. Tone is welcoming and engaging. And then it goes through each slide, right? Slide 4 provides excellent tips for creating a compelling pitch deck. Points are relevant and actionable, and they touch on both content and delivery. Overall, presentation is well structured and covers all essential points. Then I said, are there any changes we should make to the copy? Copy in your presentation is quite strong, but there are a few minor suggestions we could make. Slide 1, no changes. Slide 2, here's a change to the definition, and I think it makes the definition more concise. Then we've got a change on slide 3, on change on slide 4. Slide 5, it thinks it's okay, which is cool because I asked for changes and it's actually looking through and seeing where changes could be made, but there are some slides that says slide 5 is fine. Let's roll with slide 5. And then some changes on the final slides then says these are just minor adjustments. Feel free to adjust them based on your style and preference. Overall, presentation is already quite strong. So I said, great, I'll update with these changes. With that being said, now that we know what a good pitch deck is, and here's the cool part. So I've already primed it, right? We can take this and improve our presentation, but we can also look at it as a way where we've now primed ChatGPT on what a good pitch deck is. And so now, because we've primed this conversation, we can have it help us create more pitch decks. Help me create one using my business information. We are a B2B brand helping businesses increase email open rates and decrease abandoned carts through email and SMS optimization. We focus on brands that are doing at least 6 figures, primarily e-commerce, but we've also helped some software companies. And then boom, let's create a pitch deck for your business. Here's a suggestion based on your business information. So now it's created an entire pitch deck and it's not bad. So now we've got a starting point for our pitch deck. Introduction to our solution on slide 2. We are a B2B brand offering a unique solution that leverages email and SMS optimization. Purpose, importance. You can see it's taking the structure from that first deck and using our information now and just swapping it out. So what I said was, let's use a format that focuses less on the template I sent about pitch decks and has more language focused for business owners. Use arbitrary numbers to show results for our business. And then it says, I understand, let's focus on a different template and use some hypothetical figures. And the cool thing is in slide 3, our solution. We offer a unique service that significantly improves your rates. In a recent case, we helped an e-commerce client increase their open rate by about 40% and decrease their cart abandoned by 30% over 6 months. There we go. Our unique approach has led to an average increase in 35% in email open rate and a decrease in 25%. So obviously don't use these numbers. Go in here and now swap out your numbers so that it is relevant to your business. Now we just go over here to the name and we say pitch deck creator or pitch deck GPT, whatever you think is going to be relevant for your conversations. But I just wanted to share a couple of tools that would be very useful in terms of creating presentations or documents, and then how to take those presentations, feed them into ChatGPT, and make them even better. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.